Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is the most disturbing videos on the internet today. Let's dive in.
Mike? All right, guys, just listen up here. This guy says the Old Testament, written in Hebrew, taught him how to summon UFOs. All right, he says he can also do this on command, and he adds he's been doing it for 25 years, keeping all of it secret until now.
These beings are here. They are here. They're just sitting right up there.
We met up with Prophet Yahweh, seer of Yahweh, at Doolittle Park off Lake Mead. We picked the day, we picked the time, and we picked the location. Everyone's going to think you're absolutely nuts.
Well, I thought I was absolutely nuts.
Until he says he saw UFOs. Over the years, 1,500 of them.
Can we make it 1,501 today? What do you think?
I'll try it.
He says the voice in his head told him to go public now, so we took him up on his offer, and we scanned the skies. Nothing but a few clouds. When the prophet started praying for a sighting, I wasn't exactly convinced.
I pray, oh Yahweh, that you send a sighting so that they know that I am not mentally ill. I am not a false prophet, like those who seek to kill me say I am.
I see something straight up.
Oh, brother, look at it. There it is.
You can barely see it, a white speck. Then another sighting.
There it is. I got it.
Photojournalist Jonathan Hawkins locks in on it. Let's take a closer look here. It's an orange sphere that appeared out of nowhere. I call the boss with an unexpected change in my story. I can see it clear as day. In fact, it's bright.
I can't believe this.
It's moving pretty fast.
It's going to Nellis Air Force Base. It wants to be seen.
We called Nellis to see what these things might be. Guess what? They didn't call us back. But this thing started coming back toward us.
It's coming toward us now, I think.
What?
See, it's coming up toward us.
Whoa, man! Oh, hallelujah!
Then, a few seconds later, it disappeared.
It's going back up in space.
Prophet Yahweh isn't concerned. He says it'll be back. Quite sure what those things were. Now, if I didn't see this for myself, I probably would have just laughed this whole thing off. Prophet Yahweh says, though, this is just the beginning. He says we're going to see a lot more of these things starting next week.
I won't done, and I would do it if it's your will. Send it, oh Yahweh. Send it now, I pray thee. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Okay. Yeah, oh, sorry. There it is. Wow. Now I know what to do. It's sitting right there. Oh, I got it.
Good. Praise Yahweh.
We got another one. Seems to be the same object that came the other day.
Yeah. It's way up there.
I announced a UFO that would appear.
Hey, guess what? Y'all be tested. Y'all be tested. Y'all be tested. Y'all be tested.
You guys tell me, was that Project Bluebeam? Was he summoning UFOs or was he summoning demons? For entertainment purposes only, do your own research. Don't believe everything you hear or see on these videos.
Go.
They are nice.
Look at how it goes in and out of the clouds, giving us this membrane bubble formation. Is this the closest footage we have of orbs that we ever seen? How crazy is that? If you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button because we do these videos every single day. And I'd love to see you tomorrow. Now let's get straight back into the action.
Is the voices of the pilot and air traffic controllers, and it's set to computer animation. Take a look.
LA Thunder, Detroit 2-1.
Detroit 2-1, go ahead.
It's not weird, but I just had something pass underneath my wing. Maybe like a football-sized object right underneath our wing.
Troy 2-1, Roger. Do you think it was a drone, or?
I have no idea. I got my sensor operator looking for it on the camera right now. We'll see if we can find it. But it's like a dark gray cylindrical object, and it was probably the size of a football, and it passed maybe 10
2-1, Roger. Thank you for the report. Keep me advised if you find anything else out.
Yeah, we'll do. We're looking for it now. And so, correction. LA Thunder Troy 2-1. We got stuff on air-to-air radar. We're trying to get visual on it.
Troy 2-1, Roger.
And LA Thunder 094 bearing from us for about 60 miles is where it is now.
Troy 2-1, say again.
094 bearing from us about 60 miles away is where we're picking it up now.
LA 15,
Troy 2-1, Roger. Thank you.
All right. This guy was stopped at 14 for him because we were busy. There was some UFO reported here, but that's all taken care of now, so you don't have to worry about it unless you want to talk to Aaron. It was earlier, but it's gone.
I may not have to worry about it, but I am plenty worried about it. This is where I call in Ben Hansen to help me make heads or tails of this. Ben is a former FBI special agent and host of UFO Witness on Discovery Plus. He managed to secure that recording that you just heard because it was not made available to the public. Ben, what is your take?
This is a really interesting case. It was actually the air traffic controller who reported it to the National UFO Reporting Center, or NUFORC. So NUFORC is actually cited in the FAA regs as one of the places where pilots can go to make reports. So first, we want to thank the controller for reporting it, and also for the pilots. This was a Homeland Security flight, actually. So they were on, I don't want to say covert, but they were on a mission, probably doing drug interdiction or something like that. And they're flying along and they see this thing. So very experienced pilots. Now, this particular aircraft, too, is a Beechcraft 350C, which they've converted to include a very sensitive and complex radar array. So you see that dome on the top of it. It's actually there to track, drug traffickers and things like that. So when they call this thing in, this is about 2:30 in the afternoon. It's September 17th of last year. It's broad daylight. They got a good look at this thing, cylindrical, dark object that passes underneath their wings so close. So, I mean, obviously you can see there's big problems with that happening in controlled airspace like they were, and they weren't notified of any air traffic that was supposed to be in the area.
So the animation, by the way, it's so realistic, I was caught off guard. Was that sort of made with the help of those who witnessed it so that it's as accurate as it can be?
Well, in this case, my team has not spoken with the crew, as you can imagine, because the sensitivity of probably what they were doing on this mission, it wouldn't benefit them to come forward and talk to the public quite yet. We'd encourage it, yes, but this was our rendering of just based on the audio that we had. It's a guess, right? That object could have gone underneath from left to right, forward to back. We don't know, but we do know their description is pretty exact.
I'm also sort of gobsmacked by 20,000 feet because I don't think that ground-controlled, unmanned flights can operate at that altitude. Call me crazy. I think at one point they asked if it was a drone. What's the word on the possibility of some kind of a drone activity?
So it could be. It'd be very rare, but hobby drones can go up that high. Obviously, military can as well. This occurred near what we call military operations area, but it was not in that airspace. So anyone who was flying something to test a commercial type of drone or something would have had to call in. Now, the other thing that's very interesting about this is you hear them call out what they believe they're tracking this object about 60 miles away because they've got their own airborne radar. And the pilot calls back to air traffic control, says, we think we have it. Now, debatable whether their radar array could see something this small at 60 miles. But if true, within the 2 minutes when they called back, that would place this object going about Mach 2. Okay, from them to gain that much distance in that amount of time. So that would absolutely, in my opinion, eliminate any prosaic explanation of a drone or anything of that nature.
Is the voices of the pilot and air traffic controllers, and it's set to...
How crazy was that? That was a good catch. How disturbing was that? That was a good catch that they were able to find that reporting. Who knows how much reportings were swept under the rug, and it sounded like towards the end of the video, they're like, it's just another UFO, no big deal, let's keep things going. Why are you trying to hide it is the question.
The easiest way to spot a demon is by asking a simple yes or no question. Demons love the confusion because it brings out the negative energy inside of you in order to infiltrate and sabotage your character. Their response will always be a minimum of a paragraph and long enough to wear out your mental stability. Similar to when people cut you off in the middle of a good point you're making in hopes you get distracted and you forget about the rest of your statement because they already know the argument is lost and you are making a perfect point. Also, no matter how long that response is, the answer will still not be clear. And if you're not mentally drained by now, they already know you're going to try one more time to get a clear answer because they know you are hoping that they are misunderstanding something somewhere. Now, at this moment, you will be gaslit about your patience, your intelligence, and your tone. They'll literally say anything, even if it don't make sense, in order to place the accountability of answering the question back onto you. Now, if you make the wrong decision, it's now your fault somehow in their minds. Again, no matter how long you tried to get the correct answer to avoid the wrong outcome. These demons are crazy. Anyways, y'all know how to keep it. Y'all be guys. Peace.
Songwriters?
That was the last show she ever did. That was the last mermaid performance she ever did.
On December 21st of 2024, a mother named Anisha posted a video that her son recorded while the whole family was asleep. The reason he recorded this video was to capture the elf on the shelf toy moving when no one was awake. He's 4 years old and believes that the elf actually comes alive and does all sorts of mischievous things around the house. Many young kids believe this, as it's become a trend for parents to mess up their house and tell their kids that the elf did it. However, Anisha's son really wanted to see the elf do its thing, so he places a camera directly across the elf toy and films it overnight. The next day, he checks the footage and sees something that scares the living daylights out of him. He immediately shows his mom, and she too gets freaked out by the footage. This is what they saw.
Can I pour some in my top?
Thinking that her son actually recorded the elf moving, she watches closely, but what appears instead is something way more terrifying. Like a scene out of a horror movie, the silhouette of a child appears briefly on camera before disappearing in a flash. The child doesn't move, yet somehow disappears without moving an inch. But by far, the creepiest thing about this is the appearance of the child. Many have noted that they look extremely thin. Some have even gone as far as to say that it looks like a corpse. While this detail doesn't really help in figuring out who this was, it does make the figure creepier. Doubtless, Anisha believes that a child spirit was caught on camera, and like her son, she believes that they wanted to see the elf come alive. But just like the child, it doesn't move. To this day, this video continues to baffle Anisha.
How creepy was that?
This ancient Egyptian statue depicting Ramses II was discovered in the Temple of Karnak in 1824. It was acquired by Bernardino Dravetti, an Italian antiquities collector and diplomat, and it now sits in a museum in Italy. It's part of a collection of Egyptian artifacts known as the Dravetti Collection. Incredibly, the statue is over 3,200 years old. It's made of a blended composition of granite and diorite. These are two of the hardest materials on the planet, making it extremely difficult to carve, especially with the tools archaeologists have told us were used. Yet it stands at almost 2 meters tall and is carved with almost laser precision. How was this possible with only chisels and hammers? This ancient Egyptian statue
laser precision they used back in the Egyptian times. Glowing orb, Miami, Florida, February 2025.
Oh my god.
come here for a second. If you thought I didn't have an interesting specimen for you today, think again. Feast your eyes on this alien, creepy looking, crazy specimen. Almost like an alien tentacle or finger is coming out of it. What would you name this? Alien finger if I had to.
Belt Mountains, Montana, 1889. A gold hunter, while prospecting the Belt Mountains, discovered a mysterious cavern. At the foot of the stairs was a skeleton of a man 9 feet 6 inches. Underneath was a gold plate 10 inches long, 6 inches wide, covered with strange devices, hieroglyphics. And then we have the Moundsville Giants, West Virginia, 1883. Giant skeletons were found. There was also a stone tablet on which were inscribed characters that resembled ancient hieroglyphics. Another skeleton was wearing pieces of mica on the shoulders, which appeared to be epaulets. You know, the shoulder pieces on a uniform. And a large piece of copper on the chest seemed to be a shield. As you can see, the Brewer Cave mummy had a sword, shield, and breastplate, and something that resembles epaulets. Gartersville, Mississippi, 1884. The discovery was of the remains of a giant wearing a copper crown. Belt Mountains, Montana, 1889.
How crazy was that? I would love to see a real photo of it.
The main interest at the time was exploring the cave. I wanted to know what it was, how far it went. There are bronze weapons in there, swords, spears, shields, knives. Many artifacts, something like 7,000. No two are exactly the same. Proves that many of the things that have been taught in elementary school, high school, and colleges wrong. Treasure hunters searching for that cave. So I decided to completely hide this location. Search all you want, you will never find it. The main interest at the time was exploring the cave.
The reason why I'm just not founding this crawl space is because of this drywall. The owner, she had this drywall covering the crawl space. That's not the cool thing about it. And I want y'all to check this out. So while I was here, I found this table, and I also found this extra space right here. You have a vent right there. I think I just heard some footsteps. This can't be a squatter.
It's been some time now that he's worked on this house, and he's just now realizing something about it that the property owner has never mentioned. In this house lies a hidden crawl space. Apparently, it was hidden behind a stack of drywall that no one had bothered moving until now. Seeing that no one else is around, as it wasn't a workday, he explores the crawl space all by himself. But little does he know that this was a bad idea. The following is Elijah's video.
Oh no, I would be leaving so quick once I heard the footsteps and wait till there was more people.
Oh, and symmetry. How can you possibly do that by hand? This will wow you.
Yeah, so there's elements to precision, and one of those is symmetry. And
there's been some interesting studies done on the faces of giant statues. One in particular is the face of Ramses. There's a statue at Luxor. Chris Dunn was real seminal in this. He went and took a photo, like bang on, like very front on, and then what he did was take a copy of that photo, you make it 50% transparent, make the original 50% transparent, you take one and you flip it like on that horizontal axis, then you overlay them, right? It's like overlaying the left side on the right side, and it's perfect. But what's interesting about the symmetry, it's perfectly symmetrical, left to right. Now, this isn't a feature in humans. No human is perfectly symmetrical, different nostrils, different eyeballs. It's also not something that is done in artwork. So, you know, people often say, well, Michelangelo, you know, he carved David. It's a beautiful statue. I've seen it. It's incredible, but it's human. It's not symmetrical. Symmetrical is, you can't achieve that degree of symmetry just by eyeballing it and doing it by hand. And it's also something that's not really human. I think some of these statues almost look a bit inhuman because of that symmetry when they're up there and they're staring at you, because it's mind-blowing to actually go and look at them. The statue faces and the symmetry.
I gotta go and look at them.
Check that out, guys. This star's called Vega. Look at that. It's beautiful. Now, technically, this is out of focus, but look how beautiful that is. Wow. It's just gorgeous. It's electric looking, like pure energy. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's just beautiful.
This is a star all the way zoomed in. Makes you wonder what it really is. That does look fake.
Are you all right? I was worried about you yesterday. Queenie, you good? Baby's warm? Hey, Quee. Hey, Quee and baby. Oh, beautiful, Quita. Hey, Quee. Hey. Hey, baby. Oh, hey, baby. Quita and baby. Are you all right? I was worried about.
No DNA test required. Spitting image. The code word is Fantastic Friday. Go ahead and drop Fantastic Friday in the comments so I know you made it this far, and I just want to say thank you. Be sure to go check out my second channel, Jet Ski Chuck, where I go live tonight. Don't miss out on the excitement. This was the most disturbing videos on the internet today. See you tomorrow.